While the MCU continues to control all types and sizes of screen, let's look at the impressive cast of heroes that the past 15 years have generated and identify the most powerful ones. I bring you the list of the 8 best Marvel Cinematic Universe heroes in this video. Make sure you stick with me until the end of the video so you don't miss a thing. Putting the best heroes from the Marvel movies in order. When billionaire genius Tony Stark said, "I am Iron Man," he changed the world, and the Marvel Cinematic Universe took off at full speed and never looked back. Soon, past, present, and outer space heroes would work together to protect Earth from all kinds of evil. These included evil AIs that wanted to wipe out humanity, Asgardian princes who wanted to conquer and rule, Nazi plots hiding in plain sight, and alien madmen who wanted to kill half of all life in the universe. The MCU has given us some of the most memorable heroes in movie history. These heroes range from super spies to super soldiers to space raccoons. This list of the 8 best MCU heroes includes noble kings, brilliant scientists, clever shield agents, and working-class lawyers and PIs, which only shows that anyone can be a champion for justice. A group of IGN editors voted on their favorite MCU characters to create this list. After that vote, the results were added up to make this summary. When voting, they looked at how the character grew, how well the actor who played the part did, how much the character added to the overall story of the MCU's shared universe, how different the character was, and of course, how cool the character was. The Avengers are gone at this point in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. However, new heroes like Shang-Chi, Sam Wilson, and Kate Bishop are stepping up to the plate. But who are the best of the best? So these are the best superheroes, the ones you want to protect you from bad guys everywhere. Check out our list of the 8 most powerful Marvel characters. The first on our list is Steve Rogers in Captain America. When designing the United States of America's very first super soldier, it is imperative to focus first and foremost on the individual's personality, because bravery, honor, and honesty are of the utmost importance. The scrawny, malnourished bully basher Steve Rogers was the ideal candidate to become the world's first perfect serum specimen. Everyone will undoubtedly mourn the passing of Iron Man, but what about the enormous vacuum that will be left behind by Captain America's retirement, which was long overdue? Rogers defended the globe from both the Nazis and Hydra in the 1940s, and later, after being frozen for decades, he returned to aid the Avengers halt global invasions from all sides and fronts as a member of the team, always functioning as a steadfast conscience for the group. They wanted to do the right thing at all times, even if it meant coming out on the losing end. Captain America exemplifies a good character at the center of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. He is a natural-born leader, a devoted best friend, and an unrivaled hero. Next to discuss is Tony Stark in Iron Man. There is no such thing as the Avengers without Iron Man, and there is no such thing as Iron Man without a frightened and terrified Tony Stark having a change of heart from an arrogant, womanizing weapons dealer and changing into an arrogant, armored hero who helped Nick Fury launch and create the Avengers, fulfilling a promise he'd made to essentially create or become a suit of armor around the world. Tony's story came ferociously full circle when he sacrificed his life to snap Thanos and his entire army out of existence using the Infinity Gauntlet. This brought Tony's story full circle in a ferocious and full way. And just thinking about the franchise as a whole, it was Robert Downey Jr.'s flawless performance as Tony Stark and Jon Favreau's comedy drama design for the first Iron Man movie that created the groundwork for all of the Marvel Cinematic Universe movies that came after it. Then we have Thor in The God of Thunder. Thor, the God of Thunder, was once the arrogant heir to all of Asgard, and then he was an exiled brat in need of redemption. During that time, Thor watched as his fallen adoptive brother Loki waged war on a world Thor had come to love and admire, and that planet was Earth. Emotional and sometimes irritable, Thor would continue to assist those in need on Earth, vanquishing dark elves, Hydra troops, Ultron drones, and other foes. At the same time, he attempts to forge his way and choose his fate, one in which he was not responsible for reigning over Asgard. Thor is the most entertainingly enthusiastic member of the Avengers, regardless of whether he is arguing with Loki, getting into friendly fights with Hulk, or weeping over his lost love, Jane Foster. The next person on this list is Peter Parker in Spider-Man. Peter Parker, a talented high school student who had hardly ever left Queens before being recruited by Tony Stark to assist stopping Captain America and his friends from shielding wanted fugitive Bucky Barnes. And with that, Parker and his bond with Tony in the role of surrogate son became the throbbing center of the Marvel Cinematic Universe's Phase 3 storyline. Young Parker has been thwipping around in the dangerous affairs of grown-ups and mad titans since he was a child, and he has already triumphed against the Vulture, Shocker, and disgruntled Stark Industries technician Mysterio, as well as his anxieties about asking MJ out on a date. But Parker's death during the snap affected Tony the worst, and it finally persuaded the armored Avenger to join the others in a time heist to rescue the stones from the past. Parker's wide-eyed optimism and determination to do good were precisely what the Marvel Cinematic Universe universe needed and exactly what the Avengers needed to erase all of the harm that Thanos had caused. Peter was recently presented with the maxim, "Great power comes with great responsibility," which is fundamental to his character when he sacrificed his Aunt May and all of his friends to improve the lives of people in his immediate environment. Next up is Natasha Romanoff in Black Widow. Natasha Romanoff, a former enemy KGB agent who began her training to become an expert assassin at a young age as part of the Black Widow program, found herself disavowing her old life and country and joining S.H.I.E.L.D. as a result of Clint Barton's encouragement and urging. Romanoff was Nick Fury's top-secret operative, and she was one of the people who helped keep an eye on Tony Stark. Eventually, when Loki launched an extraterrestrial invasion of New York, Romanoff joined the ranks of the Avengers. Romanoff was committed to her allies, faithful to her tasks, and lethal to a fault. She was ultimately willing to sacrifice her life to help bring back all those who were lost in Thanos' devastation. King T'Challa in Black Panther also deserves our mention on this list. After terrorist Helmut Zemo killed his father, King T'Chaka, Prince T'Challa was forced to take over as ruler of Wakanda and become the Black Panther, a superhuman who protects his people. With his country's heart-shaped herb giving him more strength and speed and a high-tech vibranium suit, T'Challa is both an unstoppable force and an unbreakable object. He was always ready to defend his country from ruthless smugglers, violent insurgents, and alien armies. T'Challa's legacy will never be forgotten. He was a kind crusader and a good king. What about Bruce Banner in Hulk? "We have a Hulk," they said. Those remarks may have led Loki to snicker at the moment, but the god of mischief was not laughing a few minutes later when he discovered that his body had been beaten to a pulp by the always furious alter ego scientist Bruce Banner, which is the Hulk. Banner's gamma radiation overdose caused the Hulk to become an uncontrollable green Goliath that may occasionally work against the Avengers. Once the Hulk enters rampage mode, there is rarely a dependable means to stop him unless you're Black Widow. However, there is no denying the fact that Banner, in his capacity as both a genius and a savage, is a genuine example of a double danger, and then he successfully reconciled the conflicting aspects of himself into a single entity. He was essentially unstoppable. Although it was unknown why he reverted to his human form in Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, that remained a mystery. Wrapping it up with an honorable mention, we have Scott Lang in Ant-Man. The MCU loves an unlikely hero, and flaky ex-thief Scott Lang is as unlikely as they come. After serving time in prison, Scott Lang was trying to change his life when scientist Hank Pym asked him to wear Pym's old Ant-Man suit and help him plan a heist that would stop Hydra from getting shrinking technology. Scott found a new sense of purpose while wearing the suit. Later, while in the quantum realm, he survived Thanos' snap and helped figure out that the micro-universe held the answers to getting the Infinity Stones back and bringing back all lost lives. Lang is the true wildcard of the MCU. He could be very small or 80 feet tall. That concludes today's video, and I hope this information was helpful to you. If you have found this content helpful, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel to get more weekly content like this. We will see you next time.